Hey, what's going on? My name is Karen Kane, and I am a religious science practitioner, transformation coach, booty yoga instructor, a mom to a almost 17-year-old, and I am a sister, a daughter, a friend, creator of Believe in Humans. And where did that come from? Believe in humans? It came from my story. My story is about let me do you have a second? Can I share my story with you guys? Because if you don't know my story, I definitely would like to take this opportunity, especially at this time of year. Today, what's the date? Today is the 22nd of December. So 6 years ago, Christmas Day, I spent it all alone, most of it alone, drinking a lot. Refrigerator was loaded, and I bawled and cried, and I never felt so alone and so isolated and depressed and sad in my life. How did I get there, you might ask? Why was I alone, you might ask? I was alone because I had gotten to a point, a low, low point in my life in which no one wanted me around, quite honestly. So at the time, 6 years ago, I did not have my son that particular Christmas. He was with his father. I had a boyfriend of, I don't know, like 4 years who lived with us. And I normally would be around his family, but because I wasn't invited, and I could tell you why I wasn't invited, is because I was a drunk and I was embarrassing. And you wouldn't know exactly what Karen was going to show up that Christmas. And because of that, no one invited me. And I spent the Christmas day until the evening drinking, crying, and drinking and crying. I've never been so sad in my life. And it was that week between Christmas and New Year's, I had to gear up because I decided that January 1st, I was going to quit. Now, I've said this before, and I've quit before. So, what did I do that was different this time than the times before? Well, I realized that nobody was going to save me. And if nobody really cared about me, I needed to do something for myself and for my son. And so, coming up on 6 years sober, now I gave you all those I'm this, that, and the other thing. I've done a lot of work. But what I want to do is share with you 3 things that would have helped me 6 years ago when I was preparing for my ultimate challenge of my life was to be sober and have it stick. Now, how did I do that? Okay, so 3 things I'm going to talk to you about. Number 1 is to prepare yourself. You must prepare yourself to be uncomfortable. Are you ready to get uncomfortable? You must prepare yourself to have challenges like you've never had before. Yeah, it sounds hard. Yeah, it's hard. I'm not going to lie to you. The beginning of my sobriety was extremely hard. I cried a lot. Number 2, be willing to change your habitual patterns. And quite honestly, possibly your whole life. So 1, get ready to be uncomfortable. You will face challenges. It will be tough. Number 2, be willing, open-minded to change your habitual patterns, possibly even your whole life turned around. And number 3, be strong as fuck. Be willing, right? We have to be willing to do whatever it takes. Be willing to do whatever it takes. Listen to Imagine Dragons. Do whatever it takes. Take me to the top. I'm ready. Do whatever it takes. You know. I know you know the song. You know what? And I should have added this. What you really need to get in gear is that you must do it for you and no one else. Sure, if you have kids or whoever, sure. But if you're doing it for them, it's not going to stick. You must do it for you, for your change, for you, for learning how to like yourself. And let me share this with you. And what I'm going to share with you is almost 6 years later, I'm going to read the promises of AA to you. And as I read these, I bet I can say yes to each and every one of them, that I've been blessed, and I'm so grateful to have seen these transpire in my own life. Why? Because I've done the work and I was willing, open-minded, strong, understanding that I had to change, and I couldn't let anything stand in my way. Any person, place, or thing, which is something that we also learn in AA. In the beginning, you must stay away from things that trigger you. People, places, and things that remind you of drinking. You must stay away. I put myself in this bubble, this pink bubble of like, okay, I got to protect my sobriety, because I realized that I was really important and that I wanted more out of life. So I'm going to read the promises of AA to you. It says, laid out in chapter 6 of the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, alcoholics who stay sober and work the 12 steps will see these promises come true. And now a lot of people might not want to go to AA or might not want to do the steps. Well, let me just say, I am thinking about hosting a group, a free group, Facebook group. If anybody wants to, get sober, stay sober, I'm willing to have this group as an accountability group for anybody who wants to January 1st to get sober. And I will support you and help you as much as I can. So here we go. Promise number 1. We are going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. That sounds good. Promise 2. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. So everything happened exactly how it was and for our greatest and highest good. Promise number 3. We will comprehend the word serenity. Oh my gosh, peace within. Amen. Promise number 4, we will know peace. Exactly. Promise number 5, no matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. Exactly. I think I have a comment. I'm going to check it out. Okay. Promise number 6, the feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. Promise 7, self-pity. That was me on Christmas. Whew, that was rough. Number 7, we will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Yes, yes. No more like loneliness or what I would like drink alone. What was that called? Okay. Promise 8. Self-seeking will slip away. You want to help people, you want to do things for others. Promise 9, our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Promise 10, fear of people and economic insecurity will leave us. Promise 11, we will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. Love it. That's a good one. Promise 12. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. And I'm just going to leave it at that. So let me just see real quick. Yeah, so basically the whole idea is that everything is done internally. We have to change the insides. And as we change the insides, everything else starts to like trickle out of that. So when we work on ourselves and work on healing, because, I used to say when I first got sober in the beginning that I had a hole in my soul. I had a hole in my soul. Well, I really didn't, but I needed to fill that hole and nourish who I was. And so that's really where we get into the good stuff is the transformation of ourselves and becoming that person that we want to be, that we see ourselves fully. Who is that person that you want to see yourself be? Now, who I see myself back then could be totally different than who you see yourself, because we are unique individualizations of God and we all have our unique gifts. And when we finally work on ourselves and find and tap into that light within, which is always burning bright, that's when the magic happens. So, dinky, 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 dink. I love the magic. So, thank you for joining. My name is Karen Kane, and you can go to KarenKane.com and sign up for newsletters. If you are interested in becoming part of that group, if I'm going to do that, I need interest. So, definitely message me. Find me on Facebook. My Facebook page is Spiritual Sober Yogi, and be on the lookout for that group. 30 days to sobriety check, maybe might be called that. If you have any questions, also the link in my bio, you will find all of the affiliates that I'm associated with, products I believe in. I also have believeinhumans.com, so you can find that also on Facebook as well. And believeinhumans.com, you could also sign up for newsletters. If you like this video, do me a favor, like it, subscribe, and thank you so much. Merry Christmas, and don't worry, you're never alone. God is always within you. You are never alone. Thank you. Peace, love, and namaste. Bye.